Okay, the first thing that you're going to do when you fold your paper is fold it into a hamburger fold, which means I'm folding along the paper's short axis. This will result in a crease down the center of the paper. At that point, you're simply going to fold one edge all the way up to the crease, making sure it's nice and straight. Then you're going to turn it around and do the exact same thing to the other side. So that you end up with 4 equal columns. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to turn your paper around, and this time you're going to do a hot dog fold. A hot dog fold just simply means that you are folding the paper along its long axis, just like this. Now, if you've done this correctly, you should end up with 8 equal sections. These will become your pages. Finally, you'll fold your paper back into the hamburger fold. And this part is very important because if you mess up this part, you have to refold your paper. And taking your scissors, okay, you're going to cut from the crease, which is right there, okay, the crease to the first line. Now, you should end up with a hole in the center of my paper, just like that. Finally, to turn it into a booklet, you're going to turn it back into the hot dog fold. You simply push the pages together and then lay them flat. And if you've made your creases really nice and sharp, it should go very easily. I haven't done that. Okay. And then fold it just like that, and what you end up with is an 8-page booklet from a single sheet of paper. Now, after you have your booklet all made, it makes it easier later when you're laying out your pages with your rough ends and all of that, if you go ahead now and decide what's going to be your cover and what are your page numbers. And this also helps make sure that you're drawing your images in the right direction. So, what I do is I go ahead and decide on my cover, and very lightly with a pencil I put a C in the lower right hand corner, and then I open my booklet, and on the inside I put a page 1, or a 1 for page 1, and then here's my page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you end up with an 8-page comic if you count the cover. Okay. Now, the reason that helps me when I'm laying out my pages is when I unfold this to draw on it, I can see what page I'm drawing on. So this would be page 1, and I know that I wrote all of my numbers down at the bottom of the pages, so I know that this is the bottom of the page and this will be the top of my page. That way, when I fold it all back up, I know where my cover is. Here is an example of a comic that was done by one of my students last semester, and it is the Adventures of Super Chicken. He did a really nice job. It's very high quality work. He's erased all of his extra markings. He's gone back and he's inked everything in so that it copied very well. This is actually a copy of the original comic book. And as you can see, all of the pages are laid out very neatly. And he's filled the pages, he's filled the panels with lots of different drawings and pieces of information. Very little text. And very neatly done. Nice job, Michael.